Welcome back to This Keen Life. My name is Melissa. Today we're in the kitchen making one of my kiddos' favorite meals. It's really quick and simple. It's a stovetop taco mix. I start with a Dutch oven pan, a cast iron, heavy bottom pan, whatever works for you. This is just one of my favorite pans. And we'll open and drain all of our canned beans. They can be home canned, they can be purchased. It doesn't really matter. It all ends up the same way. And I love this little can opener. It makes my life easy as long as it catches. Sometimes it doesn't catch right and we have to use the manual one. So I like to add a combination of different beans. I use a cannellini, two different types of kidney beans, pinto beans, great northern beans, black beans. It's just whatever shoots my fancy. I also really like the fire roasted tomatoes. I usually rinse it out a little bit to get whatever's left in the bottom of the can out as well, and just gives it a different depth of flavor, but you can use regular diced tomatoes if you'd like. And here I'm adding some tomatoes that I had blanched to get the peel off and diced up and froze from a while ago. I think it was a summer harvest, but you can use canned tomatoes. It comes out to about 32 ounces, or if you want to use fresh tomatoes, you can do that too. I've made it with frozen, fresh, or canned, and all come out pretty close to the same. And I do a lot of prep work in advance, especially when ground beef goes on sale. I'll cook it all up and freeze it in 2-pound packages so that it makes days during the week or when I need a quick meal ready to go much faster. And I prefer to drain my beans. It gets that extra starchiness out. Sometimes people prefer to keep that in, and that's totally fine as well. It would make it soupier, so you'd probably have to use a bigger pan if you left the juice in. So I add dark red and light red kidney beans just because, again, different variation. When it's more colorful, I have found my kids like to eat it better. And this is a taco seasoning blend that I made. I know it's in a proprietary container. I just reuse the same container. One day I'll get a video up of making it. I'm actually getting pretty low on it, so I'll have to make it again soon. I gave up trying to mix the frozen items there, but I throw it on medium on my gas stove, medium high, probably on electric, to encourage everything to warm through. I put the lid on it to keep the heat in and stir it periodically so that I can combine everything as it starts to melt and thaw. I let it simmer until everything's warmed through, cooked through. It doesn't take very long since all of the ingredients except for the tomatoes were already cooked for the most part. So it's just getting it brought up to temperature. think it takes me about 20 minutes on an average day with the frozen ingredients to get it ready to eat. So it's really a quick meal, and it probably has 2 to 3 meals for us out of that big bowl. We serve it over cabbage. For my kids, I'll put cabbage and rice. You can also use quinoa or anything along those lines. But I pour it over the cabbage or spoon it over the cabbage, top with cheese, depending on who wants to eat it. One of my kiddos is not a big fan of cheese. Sometimes we'll add like pickled jalapeños or tapatio, shaula, and salsa, anything like that to spice it up based on the day. Or nothing. You can also add avocado, sour cream. So overall, this is a pretty inexpensive meal. I think it comes out to a total maybe up to $15 for the entire pan of food. It's a pretty inexpensive meal, and my kids love it and eat it up. Well, thank you for hanging out with me and watching me cook my stovetop taco. Have a good one.